G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you all are feeling fine and fantastic today. Yes, we're going to take a look at a movie that was requested over on Patreon on the requested tier. This one is called Murder on the Orient Express, or Express, whatever you want to call it. Now, it has a runtime of 114 minutes, apparently. Mystery, drama, thriller. That's what it's genred, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, let's jump straight into this, guys, and see this Johnny Depp film over on Disney. Hopefully you do enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section if you do down below. And if you want to go watch movies and TV series every single day, head over to Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. I do record daily. I do record movies and TV series daily. Whether you're going to get one TV series or a movie in the morning and then at night time, the next day, that's when you're going to get the next movie. So that's a day apart, ladies and gentlemen. So we do record daily. Just it takes a long time in Australia to upload. It honestly takes me like 2-3 hours to upload here because the upload is so bad, especially where I am in Perth, ladies and gentlemen. Perth, if anyone knows, in Australia is one of the worst places for the internet around the world. Beautiful place, lovely place to live, but the worst internet you'll ever experience in your life. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump into it. Let's rock and roll. Come on. Real laws.
No. Two perfect eggs this time, no?
Have the eggs.
Allons-y!
Uh-oh.
Sorry for the,
Oh. Yeah. I understand what he's got. OCD. OCD, that is, ladies and gentlemen.
Please call for the accused.
And the imam.
Okay.
The rabbi, the priest, and the imam.
Walk into a bar.
Forgive me, I am Belgian.
I thought you were French. Okay.
To discuss a divided timetable for market use. One of these three men has stolen it. Difficulty with eggs, you don't need to know this. A man who does not wish to lose a well-paid post, and who I believe now does regret inviting me to consult on this case.
Huh. There it is. They want to rip him apart now, don't they?
I won the right to escort you to your boat.
I won the right.
I want to look at paintings and have too much time on my hands.
Murder on the Orient Express. Orient Express, either a train or a boat. Dare say train, express. And he is the one that is in charge of trying to find the murderer.
I can only see the world as it should be. It makes most of life unbearable. But it is useful in the detection of...
Whoa. Me and him aren't too far alike. Wow.
crime.
Wow.
There is right, there is wrong. There is nothing in between.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We must never meet again. Could you straighten your tie, please? Just a little.
Yes.
That is perfect.
There's a very ill patient waiting for me in London. I'm a doctor.
He's saying he doesn't understand you.
English. And now I'm doing it louder and slower.
I know your moustache. From the papers. You're the detective.
I know your
Hercule
moustache.
Poirot? Mary Debenham, monsieur. I'll forget a name, but never a face.
A governess or a cartographer? I made my gamble.
I'll be damned if they don't know where they are.
See, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I first started doing all these videos and reactions and reviews, in a lot of the movies, I've learnt to calm myself down. But in a lot of movies and TV series, I was always looking at every single little thing to dissect, yeah? And my missus, my wife, she always tells me, just relax when you watch movies. Don't TV series. Like, you don't need to focus on every little single thing that you see in every single scene. And I've been teaching myself not to do that. And it makes me enjoy the movies a lot more. Because when you're looking at something and dissecting every single little thing that you'll see, including the people, what they're wearing in the background, and exactly how they're performing as background actors. You know what I mean? It gets annoying after a while. I'm learning. I'm learning to control it.
I feel so free out here on water.
When it's all over, then nothing can touch us.
Okay. That was weird. I'm hoping he heard that. That was a bit odd. That was a bit odd.
I can see the soul of the
Oh.
city in these
I can see the smell. Oh. I used to live in a town in Spain, right on the border in the east between France and Spain. I used to get the best of both worlds. I can just smell it. I can just smell it. The baguettes. The fresh bread being made every single day.
Mohammed, my friend, you are an artist.
Don't mind us, we're just looking for a place to have a private argument.
I cannot bail you out when this goes badly, eh?
Poirot, this is
A prostitute.
She is.
A prostitute.
Mr. Poirot.
Are you a prostitute as well?
Man bothering
Certainly
He is
not.
about to.
I am, sir.
It is the Kastner case.
Why, yes.
Someone has interrupted my longing for rest.
You will love it.
Mademoiselle, it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, right.
I would like to formally express...
Please don't speak. You make it worse.
My kind of guy.
We celebrate when fortune smiles, and we share the good fortune.
You, Mr. Ratchett, the best table in the house.
Is that JD? Johnny Depp. There he is.
I want that one. Kind of you to inquire, Mr. McQueen. I do not make mistakes.
Okay. Someone's a bit aggressive.
Fire in the kitchen!
Au revoir, madame.
Yeah, right.
Merci, merci. Monkeys. I am equally disappointed in you. This is nice.
Dylan, control yourself. You don't need to look at every single detail to try and solve who is the murderer before anything actually happens. Don't do it, Dylan. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy.
No.
Dogs on the table. Most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, sir.
I want you to get the queen. Did I say get it done now?
Right away, sir.
Your coffee, Mr. Ratchett.
Who did this?
I can't say so.
Yeah, right. Better watch yourself.
Well, hello.
Well, hello.
Eyes linger any longer, I'll have to charge rent.
Oh! What the hell was that?
You have a strong intuition, I know.
But I love that turn up.
He,
It was nice to talk.
see what he's doing? He gets every little detail of people that are on this train. This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. But smart. Crazy smart. Not crazy as in
Good
local,
night.
but as in intelligence. Crazy intelligence.
Voila. Right, when you move, Monsieur.
Vice is where the devil finds his darlings.
We should no longer speak.
Penelope Cruz. Penelope Cruz.
I have an appointment with the director of the train.
Everyone's so odd, isn't they?
Not food. Remember the need to go from one place to another, then never to see each other again. Order me the fish.
Can't you just say it yourself?
That sounds super. Listen for me. There was someone once.
Once.
Should be seated with like. We are not alike.
You racist bastard.
Not all of us are so concerned with the separateness of races, Professor.
Yeah.
I like a good rosé.
Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. What you think of that? Look, am I the only one that does that? When I'm reading a book and I find something funny in a book like that, instead of people, what normal people do, they smile, I laugh out loud. When there's no one around, I laugh out loud. When there's people around, I laugh out loud. These guys do that too? Let me know. Let me know. Or if you read something that's funny, you laugh like that. No, people call me crazy.
I've been trying to make your acquaintance, Mr. Poirot. Yes, ball player, Detroit.
Doesn't know who it is.
You're a strange, peculiar man. You're fun. But I would like to offer you a job. Got a few letters, people making threads. Sold them a set of Oriental carpets in Milan.
That would do the trick.
And Italians.
Just people in general, mate.
Here's what I'd like to do. I would like to hire you to watch my back.
I refuse.
Sorry, yeah, that's bad. How's 10,000 sound for a week?
It's a generous offer, Mr. Ratchett. I must decline.
Well,
You sell fakes to gangsters, you're suffering the consequences. I
Boom.
detect criminals.
Well done. Well done. Well done. That man right there. You sell fakes to gangsters, you suffer the consequences. You in your bed, you clean it. Exactly. Well done. Well done. Need more people like that around the world.
I do not like your face. Cake was excellent. Have a pleasant afternoon, Mr. Ratchett.
Not so much the provider of the cake. You. Oof. Interesting. Things are starting to heat up, ladies and gentlemen.
Did we die?
Did we die? I love it. I absolutely love it. Jesus. Start digging, guys. Start digging.
I'm afraid that our train is still unable to go anywhere. We will all be made warm and fed and comfortable.
My boat sails day after tomorrow from France.
Without you, I'd wager. Only in London.
I hold you accountable for my loss of time, Mr. Book.
Or if, like Lucifer, we must fall.
Huh. Creepy, isn't it?
Breakfast for you, Mr. Ratchett.
Bonjour, Mr. Masterman.
God, he is good, isn't he? He's murdered.
Good God.
Touch nothing else, only the body. I'll have to meet with the police, make some statement in some grimy station.
He was locked from the inside, though. So that's the... Oh, God, Dylan, here we go. Tells me that the person who murdered him, he or her, climbed out through the window, locked the door, climbed out through the window, and then through to somewhere else, thus either leaving prints or some sort of clue on the outer side of the carriage window.
Appears the killer maybe closed his eyes, struck blind.
Can you estimate the time of death?
My best guess is between midnight and 2.
Probably Mr. Marquez, for no other reason than his name is Marquez.
You are the only one who can bring justice.
Tune in next week when we will find the killer.
Of course. We must be better than the beasts. So let us find this killer. A passenger has died on the train. Monsieur Ratchett.
Perfectly good health. He had his enemies, that's all.
Alas, madame.
God rest his soul.
My name is Hercule Poirot, and I am probably the greatest detective in the world. If there was a murder, then there was a murderer. On the train. Now.
Magnificent dialogue. Sensational dialogue. Goosebumps. Absolute goosebumps when it comes to dialogue. Holy crap. Wow.
Done myself. The train's been searched. There's no one hiding on it or under it.
My boss is dead. I'm out of a job. Man ate more steak than I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm a lawyer by education, not disposition. Ratchett was crude, demanding. Called me in to go over our sales in Italy.
Did you know of any specific enemies Ratchett might have had?
A lot.
Take a number.
He confided he had been...
A lot.
That's done. Have you considered the Latin man, Marquez? Hell of a guy. They don't have the same distaste for murder.
So in other words, you're being
Don't hold a
racist.
man's race against him.
See?
I suppose Depends on the race.
That's funny, that. Actually, it's not even funny. It's actually pretty pathetic.
And he was doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's McQueen? Ask who?
The victim?
Oh, this is awesome. And you know what's funny? I should have watched this with Tanya because this is Tanya's type of movie. And I'm going to tell her about this movie, actually.
He certainly did not let it influence his responsibilities.
Hey, the watch.
A charred fragment of a note, an attempt perhaps to burn evidence.
Remember all the equipment, yes?
A clue is left rather than what the object is. Scientific assistance. You will adjust the flame.
Okay.
It's just another one of those nasty letters. As a strong blood is on hand, you will die.
Let us fill in the gaps. I know the dead man's real name. It is not Ratchett, but Cassetti. Daisy was found murdered by
Ratchett. Who is Cassetti?
Holy
Sonia
crap.
Armstrong was with child when she received the news.
Holy crap. We had a child murderer. Alright, can we just leave this guy murdered? Like, we don't need to solve. We don't need to solve anything. Just leave him murdered. Just brush it under the table. That's it.
Does she nor her baby
Holy
survived?
crap. Wow.
This Poirot.
Wow.
Because John Armstrong told me so himself. It was too late.
Wow.
Self-inflicted.
Wow.
Mrs. Hubbard wants to speak to you. I held her as best as I could.
The murderer was in my compartment last night. I woke up in the dark and I knew there was a man in my room. I told your conductor and he wouldn't believe me.
Armstrong kidnapping.
You couldn't avoid it. I knew he was a rotten one.
Oh, it isn't the uniform of an Orient Express conductor, but
What do you call that?
I call it evidence. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hubbard.
Mrs. Albert. Lucky last one.
Have you ever been to America?
Once. I brought his coffee and hung up his clothes.
I never lie anymore.
Did you leave your compartment at all last night?
I declined at first, but when I couldn't rest, I went to ask for it.
The Italians are cows, the Spaniards sheep.
No, nothing. I come to my room, which I share with a fish. He groans a lot.
First, I opened the wrong door.
Oh, sorry.
As far as it is known, you are the last person to see Ratchett alive.
God is always busy.
That his bunkmate, Masterman, was reading in his bed at the time of death.
Interesting. Well, this honestly, as an investigation movie, this has to be one of the greatest. I don't care what anyone says. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to the bathroom.
Miss Estravados told me you asked the color of her dressing gown.
Mary Hermione Debenham.
Left-handed. Unusual, I know. You mustn't have your theory fixed if you're testing my handwriting. I've never been to America.
Then no one can touch us. What did you mean? I believe it takes a fracture of the soul.
As we established, there are no laws against my silence.
Okay, that's not suspicious. Something fishy is going on here.
She massaged me and read to me for a while, then I sleep.
Were you ever acquainted with a family by the name of Armstrong?
I was an admirer of Sonia Armstrong's mother. Daisy was my goddaughter. She was...
His true name was Cassetti, the man who murdered little Daisy Armstrong.
The coincidence must seem unbearable.
Gehört das Ihnen, Hildegard?
Sie hat den Schaffner nach mir geschickt. Kam aus einem...
The other conductor, you mean Michel?
No, a different one, and had awoken me.
I'm certain the other conductor was a small man with a short...
Though I suspect missing one button. We need to find a uniform and a red kimono.
There is one last suitcase we have not checked. My own.
The killer is mocking me.
Now we know how the killer magically passed through locked doors. Urban. McQueen. McQueen also had a ledger, all his dealings with Ratchett. Where is it?
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
But I think that's too obvious for it to be McQueen. That's the thing. I think it's way too obvious to be him.
You tried to burn Ratchett's accounts, but they are still legible in places the math do not tally. Fudge! Fudge! It is full of the fudge! You stole from him! You thought you would be found out? That is why you killed him!
What did it matter if I skimmed some off the top? Why would I slaughter my cash cow? I didn't kill him!
He didn't. He didn't. I saw him having whiskey and remarked on the lesser quality of American liquor.
Certainly not.
But this is one of your pipe cleaners, n'est-ce pas?
I am a doctor, sir. I heal people. I do not hurt them. Middlesex Medical College permits one per class. I had the honor in 24. I take their generosity as a debt.
Did you know Colonel Armstrong? Problematically suspicious, excusez-moi.
Mary is a lady. You won't listen to reason.
Never.
A different reason, a more personal reason.
Is it him? Is it him? Is that why he got him to come on this train? I think it's right in front of our eyes here, ladies and gentlemen.
Why did you pursue the law, I wonder?
We didn't have a suspect. They tore my old man apart. It's not the way.
Someone kicked in the door, covered my face.
Where's my bag? Of course. Killer was disposing of the murder weapon. C'est là.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, some genius. Why haven't you solved this case? Accosting Mr. McQueen, and the real killer is right here. One of you people.
The tracks will be cleared by morning. Please return to your rooms.
A killer will never hesitate to kill again. No doubt that they will arrest both.
How dare you!
Darling. Are all detectives so funny looking? Some fear darkness, but I cannot stand the light. Barbital. 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 I cannot go outside without it. I take it against my fears.
Yeah, right.
What are you afraid of?
What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
Is this your only dressing gown? I am always satisfied when I uncover a liar.
Helena, despite your clumsy attempts to change it here and on your luggage.
A handkerchief embroidered with an H and didn't want my H involved.
Her original name was Goldenberg. Living in a world of fear, the sister of Sonia Armstrong.
Get out! Ah!
I hear noises and I run. Just in time, yes.
Holy crap.
But a good imitation. Was it based on someone you know?
A local butcher where I grew up was a Kraut. Great accent.
Wow. 30 minutes left.
The emphasis on the wrong syllable for a proud and proper Teuton. Turin.
Turin.
Cyrus Bethman Hardman. Ratchett asked for a man to tail him, offering triple time. Lucky may be nearby. To look out for a small, dark man with a high voice.
Produced for the Police Positive Edition. 1927 issue. You can leave your gun as you go, Professor. From the position of his cabin, Pilar Estrevados claims she opened it, in which case someone could have been masked from his view.
Huh. Yeah, right.
Ma chère Catherine, why does one of them elude me? I am afraid, ma Catherine.
And that's the first time we've seen him like this. We've seen him vulnerable like this. That's fascinating. First time we've seen him that vulnerable.
I thought you might produce an insight. Please.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Merci.
You know, she
Give you the answer to the rest.
Perhaps.
She actually doesn't mind the cold. That's what makes it so suspicious. She doesn't mind the cold at all.
I discovered she was Sonia Armstrong's sister.
Are you certain?
Yes.
No decent class family would engage me.
Miss Stebnam, you planned Ratchett's murder. You love Daisy Armstrong. You killed Cassetti.
Cassetti was a pig. He deserved to die.
Oh!
She didn't kill him.
Holy crap.
I did.
Damn. There you go. The doctor. It was the doctor. The doctor was the killer. The doctor was the killer.
Mary, please go.
John Armstrong was my best friend, my commander. He sent me to medical school, gave me a future. Cassetti destroyed him. Our plan was to reveal him to the police. That's what you heard.
You changed the time on the watch so that you could lie about the time of death.
My sins are mine to pay for alone.
Toma. Poirot? Poirot?
You tell your lies, and you think no one will know. It is time to solve this case. Dr. Arbuthnot asked me why I was not yet dead. A sharpshooter who does not kill at close range? Your shot was not a mistake, it was a surgery. And yet someone must be. Difficult because it fits with most but not all of the facts, and one more complex.
I wasn't even the doctor. Far out.
Ratchett had enemies. He leaves through Mrs. Hubbard's compartment and makes his escape.
Who drugs Ratchett? Or stabs Mrs. Hubbard?
You.
This crime is the murdering of a murderer. The benefit is perhaps...
You?
A shouting voice in the head that prevents sleep.
There is a murderer among us.
Who is almost like a mother to the little girl. The letter H in the Russian alphabet, of course, pronounced N. Natalia Dragomirov. Have you blamed yourself ever since for not being alert to stop him?
I was Colonel Armstrong's Batman in the war.
Why the conductor? Who lost his sister? The accused maid. Suzanne Michel.
Ah.
You're an awfully clever man.
Who takes up the knife? The answer is...
All of you.
By all of you. Together.
Plans must change. The kimono, the uniform, each has their part to play.
Do it! I recruited them. The Queen could arrange he'd travel on the day that Michelle was on duty.
Huh. That is why there was 12 stab wounds. Wow.
A life for a life.
There you go. A revenge.
No one should hang for this but me. It was my plan. Has a chance. They can
Magnificent.
go live.
Brilliant movie.
Find some joy somewhere.
There was right, there was wrong. Now there is you.
Someone
I
in
cannot
the-
judge this.
Yeah, someone in the middle. See?
You must decide.
That's the first time he's ever seen that, witnessed that.
I will not stop you. You must silence me.
What? What the hell? Wow. What an ending.
You said your role was to find justice.
What is justice here?
I think justice was served, to be fair.
Sometimes the law of man is not enough. Buried with Daisy.
Wow.
Finally, I can answer your letter. That somewhere you can hear me. I have seen the fracture of the human soul until one crime became many. I have understood in this case that the scales of justice cannot always be evenly weighed. There are no killers here. The police have accepted my first solution to the crime, the lone assassin who made his escape. You are all free to go.
I'm looking for a Mr. Poirot. He's needed on a very urgent matter.
Poirot.
I have to take him to Egypt straight away. There's been a murder, sir.
Would you please straighten your tie? I will see you at the car.
Oh. Brilliantly written. Brilliantly written. See, now, Peru went against his own morals inside of this, guys, at the end. One big thing that stood out for me was justice. All right? It was justice. And the fact that we got to see them get some sort of a retribution of what happened to that poor little girl. They all came together. And they really, at the end, okay, they really made us think that justice was served in the right manner. It was served on the right platter. And it made me think at the end that it was correct. Justice was served. Do I condone violence with violence? No. But in this matter, I feel like they all banded together to get justice for an innocent girl who was murdered. Inside of this storyline, inside of the movie, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Am I condoning it in real life? Maybe. I gotta be very careful what I say. Other than Peru, I feel like at the end, the detective did the right thing. He did the right thing. He was trying to make sure there was no imbalance in his mind when it come to finding the murderer. He was torn between letting the murderer free or letting poetic justice take place. And in the end, he met someone who was neither right or wrong in the middle. And that was the first time him experiencing that himself. And I feel like that is how we feel in the audience. I'm leaning more on justice is served, but a lot of people would be in the middle. Will it bring the little girl back? No. But it will let the other people have a peace of mind. Lay to rest at night time, knowing that the person who murdered this girl they all loved, this little girl, is walking around free. And they knew who it was. I thought it was odd how all of them were connected to the same person. I thought it was quite odd. Now, the writing in this, sensational. Absolutely sensational. The dialogue was beautiful. The setting, second to none. Absolutely. Peak. Everything about this, when it comes to a mystery, we've got it. That look that Peru had as well as the detective, the French, well, Belgian. That look he had that persona to fit the detective nature on what was required inside of this movie. All the characters fit very, very well with each other. They're different. There's a lot more morals, yeah, there's a lot more themes and dilemmas that we could go through inside of this movie. But I think we all know it. We all know the different morals and ethics inside of this movie, and I feel like we can all understand it. We all can take a life lesson out of this movie, and on that note, I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. I feel like this movie was perfection when it comes to mystery and murder. You guys let me know in the comment section down below as well. Love to hear your thoughts as always. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in tomorrow morning where we'll get another movie coming your way and TV series later tonight. Bye guys. Take it easy and peace.
I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off.